Laugh. Hello, I'm Lisa Smith, Sings Community Outreach Associate for the St. Louis area. Welcome to the Parent Takeover on CEAM Live, and thank you all for joining us today. We're here to keep you informed on all things related to school choice. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them in the comments section and we'll do our best to answer your questions. We'll love to hear from you. Joining me today is my colleague and the Community Outreach Associate for the Kansas City area, Samoy Manda.
Hey, Lisa. Hey, girl. Hey. I've got to come up with something different than hey, girl. Hey. But yes, Lisa, I'm so glad to see you. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to see you. We don't get to see each other too
I
often.
know it. Gosh. So this is just, I love it. We talk all the time, but seeing each other, I'm just loving this right now.
So Samoy, I think we should take a moment to let everyone know who we are, just in case they're joining us for the first time.
Yeah, Lisa, that's a great idea, especially with the new school year and so many new individuals we met over the summer and advocates. So yeah, definitely.
Okay. SEAM is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to supporting effective schools of all kinds. We believe that every Missouri student deserves access to a quality education now. Our mission is to improve Missouri's K 12 education system by advancing school choice policies that give families more educational options.
That's right, Lisa. We here at CEAM make it easier for families to feel confident and take action when it comes to their child's education.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, moving on, that being said, Lisa, let's jump into the education news part of the show. And oh boy, do I have a great one for our audience on here tonight. And just so you know, we are streaming live right now, not just on Facebook, but we are streaming live on YouTube and Instagram. The link is going to be in the comment section right now. We are putting it in right now. And the article that I found from the day before, is called The Biggest Things People Don't Know About School Choice. And trust me, it is a very interesting read. Like I had to read it a couple of times and I was just appalled at like, wow, this is amazing. Rick Hess is the Director of Education Policy Studies at the American Enterprise Institute. In a direct quote, Hess stated, education savings accounts, tax credit scholarships, vouchers, charter schools, hybrid homeschooling, tutoring, course choice, dual degrees, and micro schools are transforming K 12 in profound ways. So basically, he's saying K 12 school options have really changed the game. These days, families can choose from many paths: public, private, charter, homeschool, unschooling, hybrid, micro schools, and probably a few ones that are popping up as we speak. Like they're just continuing to come. At the end of the day, parents literally just want what's best for their child's education. The article also dives into this talking, Lisa, about countries like China, Norway, Denmark, and other countries' views on school choice. I am in the quote, and excuse me, in the article, lady named Ashley Berner, the director of education policy at Johns Hopkins, explained it in this way, and this is her direct quote. It was a huge shock to learn during my doctorate studies that most countries don't operate that way. They don't just fund one kind of school and call it a day. Perhaps this is completely not naive, but I had imagined that just knowing about the near ambiguity of school choice around the world will help Americans relax about private school scholarships. If it's normal around the world for governments to work with civil society organizations or, and she put in quotations, non-state actors to educate the next generation, why shouldn't we? Do we have to spend time pitting public and private schools against one another? So, Lisa, I can talk about this article on and on and on, but here's the heart of it. Throughout the whole article, it's encouraging Americans to see just how important school choice really is and how crucial it is to talk to our legislators, working together toward one common goal, giving the next generation the best education possible. In other countries, many different types of school fall under the public school umbrella. So if you say in a country like, where, what public school does your child attend? Like what school? They would, that's a confusing question because it's not just public school. Public school here in America is not the same in other countries. And so the government, they don't see it that way. There's private under public school. It was very interesting. And government doesn't treat funding as the biggest hurdle. Everyone works together to make sure schools have what they need. Their passion for K-12 education is something we could definitely learn from. I mean, like I said, I can go on and on about this article, but it was absolutely amazing how, they're coming together to make sure that education, school choice options are available for all children, and they give 110% of that choice to the parents. It was,
Absolutely.
yeah, it was an
That's a great one.
article.
That's a great article, Samoy. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Okay, so it's time for our segment, Why Wait for the Teacher, which
Mhm.
is all about empowering parents to teach their children at home. We are our children's first teacher. Everything we do at home, from reading together, asking questions, exploring the world around us, lays the foundation for how they learn, how they think, and how confident they feel in themselves.
Mhm. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. That's so important. And it's not just about schoolwork. Teaching at home helps kids develop curiosity, problem solving skills, and the ability to connect what they learn in the classroom to real life experiences. It helps them think critically and build confidence. And when they have confidence and they build those skills, it's absolutely incredible. And let's not forget the emotional side. Learning at home strengthens bonds, shows kids that their parents are invested in their success, and it builds their self-esteem. And I mean, like that, you know what they say, mic drop, that's it.
Yes. So, some more research shows that students with involved parents tend
Mhm.
to earn higher grades, enjoy learning more, and more likely to stay motivated at school. It really shows that learning doesn't stop when the bell rings, it
Mhm.
continues at home. Parents play a huge role in their child's learning journey. So, today we're going to share some practical tools and tips that make teaching at home easier, fun, and effective for both parents and children. Because why wait for the teacher when every moment you teach your child is a step toward their success?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love our resources.
Yes, Samoy, one of my favorite free resource is pbskids.org. Children can play interactive games for free, and it's built for curious, growing minds. PBS Kids offer free learning games that are safe, fun, and educational. The games connect to many of the PBS shows kids already know and love, like
Mhm.
Wildcrats, Arthur, and Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. This makes it easier for kids to engage with the lesson because they're learning through familiar characters. Parents can feel confident that their child is in a safe, online space that supports creativity, problem solving, and early academic skills. And another great site is funbrain.com. Funbrain is a free website filled with games, books, and activities designed for students from pre-K through 8th grade. It covers math, reading, and problem solving in a fun and interactive way. What's nice about FunBrain is that parents can browse by grade level, making it easier to find just the right activities for their child. PBS Kids and FunBrain are wonderful tools for at home learning, completely free, engaging, and built to support children's growth. Be sure to check out both websites, pbskids.org and funbrain.com.
Wow, those are two awesome websites, and we use those quite often with our two little ones and our oldest. Yes. One free resource that I found: does your student love science? Then they may also enjoy Make Me Genius, a free science educational website for kids. There are special science lessons, PowerPoints, quizzes, and even cool facts for in the kids section. This website is organized by topic and grade level, so you can find the appropriate activities for your student. And it's being it's in the Dropbox right now, excuse me, for the website makemeagenius.com. Lisa, my two youngest kids can't get enough of the Make Me Genius website, and they're hooked on the YouTube page because when they were able to log on, they just clicked on their website, and it took them to the YouTube page, and they found so many fun games, activities. It's perfect for those who have a love for science, or even those that are interested in science and just want to learn a little bit more. So it's a great resource.
Yes, that's amazing, Samoy. Thank you for sharing that with our audience.
Absolutely.
Another great resource is Storyline Online. This is a wonderful site where celebrities read children's books aloud and illustrations play on the screen as the story is read. Storyline is an Emmy award winning children's literacy program. Some of the readers include Terry Crews, Viola Davis, Chris Pine, Oprah Winfrey, and many more amazing actors. Storyline Online is completely free and available 24 hours a day. Reading aloud to children has been proven to improve reading, writing, communication skills, logical thinking, concentration, and overall academic success. Be sure to check out storylineonline.net. It's an excellent resource for at home learning and a great way to make story time fun and engaging.
Lisa, can they read to me? I'm gonna
Yes, you can
log
play
on.
them on YouTube too. I play it for my daughter on YouTube
Oh
sometimes.
wow, I love. I never heard
Yes.
of this website. I am definitely going to check that out. I love
Mhm.
that. Love
Yep,
that.
YouTube Storyline Online.
Okay, awesome. And I think Lisa, yep, it is in the comment section below. So yes. And another website that I found, which is, I'm so glad they had this. Does your child struggle with math? The Cool Math free learning website for kids can make learning pre-algebra, algebra, and pre-calculus, which names just a few of them, easier with online lessons that explain things as simple as possible. There are practice problems and answers available for each lesson to make sure your students understand. The website is being dropped right now in the comments section, which is www.coolmath.com. Lisa, when I say they have about every type of math on this website, I mean it. I mean, just the pre-calculus, geometry, on and on, the practice exercises. They even have coding. I love how the site helps parents also to understand the different types of math, because I kid you not, I mean, I think you know this too. Kids come home from school and say, Mommy, can you help me with this? Daddy, can you help me with this? Grandma. And it's like, Woo, this looks like a foreign language. But the website, we've used it a couple of times already for school. And I love that it gives me clear explanations and definitions for all kinds of equations. And that way I'm able to help support my kids better when it comes to these math problems. I was honestly blown away by the support they provide.
Absolutely. And I was going to say, when you said that, that's why I love teachers, because when you sometimes don't understand, some of the work, that's where the teacher can come in and break that down for you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yes, I agree. I mean, working hand in hand with the teachers, and I mean that really makes a huge difference as well. They
Yes.
love when we reach out to them.
Yes. Um, we want you guys to know that Dolly Parton's Imagination Library is now available across Missouri for children from birth to age 5. Through the Imagination Library, kids receive a brand new age appropriate book in the mail every month, completely free of charge. You can sign up at imaginationlibrary.com, and once enrolled, the books are delivered right to your mailbox each month. If you have children under 5 or know someone who does, be sure to check out Dolly Parton's Imagination Library and get those free books delivered right to your home.
Oh wow, that is absolutely amazing. I love
Yeah.
it. We've used that quite a bit when our kids were younger. Now that they're no longer 5 and under, but the Dolly Parton Library was such a great resource. I agree.
Yes, yes. I get a book every month, and my baby love to, get a book in the
Yes,
mail.
I love it.
Okay. So, Samoy, we have a special guest joining us today, parent advocate
Yay!
Lametria Johnson. She will be sharing her story and talking about the school choice options she made for her child this school year. Plus, we'll be reading a story from a parent who is proud of her daughter's new school. So, let's just jump right in. I would like to introduce parent advocate Lametria Johnson. Lametria, welcome to the Parent Takeover.
Hello, hi. How's
Hi,
everyone
Lametria.
doing?
Hi, good. How
Hey.
are you doing?
I am well. I am doing well. Thank you for asking, and thank you all for having me.
Yes,
Absolutely.
we're
Thank
excited
you.
you was able to join us today. Lametria, could you briefly share your story with us?
So for time's sake, I'll just say I'll start with my eldest son experience in the Hazelwood School District. It really started maybe when he was in elementary. Maybe fourth or fifth grade, I began having issues with the teachers and just like blatantly disrespecting him, and there was no kind of recourse for the teachers. There was no support for the parent. Me as the parent, not sure if you all remember the story about the teacher. I don't even remember what school he was at. I know what street it's on, but when the teacher was spitting on the student and her mom like did a big outrage about the teacher spitting on her.
Oh,
Well, prior to the teacher spitting on her, uh the teacher spit on my son, and there was no recourse, there was nothing done. And then to follow after that, I mean, I've talked with the superintendent, I said at the board meeting, so there was no recourse. So fast forward, so I went through all that. Again, no support. Went through all that. My son gets in high school, and it was very disruptive, very disorganized. Um, uh, Dr. Adams wasn't the principal his first year there, but again, there was no support, anything. My son, when he got in high school, I feel like the first 2 years he probably spent a full semester in school because it was a fight, antagonizing after antagonizing. Like his phone was stolen, school didn't do anything, he was being bullied. And so he had to spend maybe a portion of his first few years at the alternative school because of this. I mean, we went far as security guards like hemming him up in the video, grabbing him by the back of his jacket, like just taunting him through the hallways at the school. Again, no recourse for the teacher. I actually sat down and they told me like the security guards are not trained for proper, efficiently trained to handle these things. I told them my son was too big for the security guards to handle, so that's why they had to handle him as such. Um, and it was just like no support. By this time, Dr. Adams was the principal, and my question to him was like, "Well, where is the resources? Where's the community? Where is the help to bring in for these students? Like, it's fights every day." Like my son stated that nobody liked to go into school. No, none of the children wanted to come. It was almost like going to prison. Um, and it was very disheartening to see my son like that, to see my son in a system that did not support him. Me as a parent living in the community thinking that I bought a house in the community thinking that, my son is going to go get this education and I'm a support, I'm paying taxes, I'm doing this, I'm involved. I'm not a parent that just sits back and be like, oh, okay, that's what's going on or whatever. Actively involved and, want to know what's going on, attentive to my child. Um, and then to ultimately sitting down with the principal and the principal at the time when my son was, I think, a junior, I believe, coming into his junior, ending his sophomore year, going into his junior year, sitting down with them, and I asked, what are the alternatives for my son? If you all have no resources to support my son, what are my options? Because I don't want my son to continue to be a statistic. And I was blankly told maybe early graduation. So because they had nothing else for me, like basically they couldn't do nothing for me for my son. I was okay with early graduation. I was okay with getting my son out of a system that was doomed to continue to fail him. And me as a parent feeling as if my hands are tied. I'm trying to do all I can do. I'm going to the superintendent. I'm having these conversations. I'm being present, and yet I'm still told, "Oh, well, you should take his phone. He shouldn't have his phone," and just no accountability for the district at all, none at all. And so, long story short, to God be the glory. My son graduated early, and so we skipped the whole year of having to deal with Hazelwood, and so I'm very grateful for that. But that's the gist of my story.
Wow. Whew.
Yeah,
Wow.
thank you for
Demetria, you
sharing
have
that
gone through.
with us.
Thank you so much for sharing. Wow.
You're welcome.
Demetria, how
Yes.
did you first hear about the Most Scholars program, and what motivated you to seek a scholarship for your child?
So I feel like I was on social media and I saw something. I was on a hunt for my eldest son to try to find some way to get him out of Hazelwood. Trying to find resources for him just to give him something different. And I saw an ad of some sort. If I can remember, I think I seen like a kid like doing almost like a little eagle spread or something. And it was like promoting like scholarship support. And so I think I did an inquiry to ask about it. And then I feel like I want to say the rest is history.
You say we contacted you, and the rest
Yes,
is
I believe CC contacted me, and then you reached out to me. And I think my first encounter was at a library with Senator Mosley and her husband,
yes.
and then went to the state capitol. And so yeah, so here we are.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you have been active. And then when you went to the Capitol, you already had relationships with some state
I
representatives.
did, I did,
Yes.
yes, yes, and not that I didn't know it, but yeah, it was really great to see people that I know sitting in seats that can make a change, can make a
Right.
difference.
Absolutely. Samoy, did you want to ask a question, or you want me to keep going with it?
No, well, I did. You said that your son graduated and now your other son is in Most Scholars, which I know you're ecstatic about. How does your son feel about how's he, doing with it?
My eldest or my youngest?
Your youngest. I'm sorry, your
Well, my
youngest.
youngest is 5, so he's in kindergarten. So
Okay.
he he has not been exposed to the trauma that my eldest son and I have, and that's what I was seeking. I didn't want to go another 13 years.
Yeah.
with this, because like I'm not looking to move from house to house, district to district, just to do, what I'm
Mhm.
saying, to give my son something nice and get him a more profound future exposure and just different things. And so he don't understand. He's just like, oh, I'm going to a new school, So so
Has school
he's just
started?
excited. Yes, he has started school. Yes, ma'am.
So how is he adjusting to the new school environment?
He's adjusting well. Every day, he's excited. He's been exposed to like he's in kindergarten and learning French.
Wow.
And he's going on hiking trails. He's an outside child, so he's taking hiking, leaving rain boots at school and going hiking, in school, in the school property and things, and meeting new friends and learning new people. And so he was a little shy at first, and so we couple weeks in, and he's adjusted and he's enjoying it. And he's taking snacks at school and sharing with everybody. I'm like, hey, most Scott ain't paying that much now, slow down. um,
Oh my gosh.
Yes, but yes, him not being exposed to that trauma it's been great for me. Like I think I'm reaping more of the benefit really and seeing the difference
Yeah.
than he is, because he don't understand. He don't know. He don't know the
Mhm.
backstory.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But he
But
did
that's
go to
still
state
good.
capitol, so he was involved in that. So
Yes, 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 yes. Um, what advice would you share with parents who are looking for the right school for their child?
talk to people, get
Mhm.
out there, see what's available, go on tours. These schools, any school that you're kind of looking into, go on a tour, talk, see what's available, know your child, know their interests, know what will appease them, and bring out the best in them. Not every school is for every child. But to know your child and talk to those that have been through the process and kind of still going through the process, but that can assist. And reach out for help. Don't be afraid to ask for support,
Mhm.
because sometimes we don't know what we don't know, and so we don't operate, and we don't move in the manner to get the resources that we need, because we just don't ask and we just don't speak out. So I would just encourage just to speak out, call out, cry out, whatever you got to do, send an SOS, whatever.
Reach out to Sing for sure.
Reach out
Yes,
to Sing for sure.
please reach out to Seem. Like I didn't know what I was doing or what was going on. I was just like that child doing a eagle split in the air. Listen, what I got to do to make my child be happy?
Yes. Well, Lamitria, thank you so much for joining us on the Parent Takeover. We
Gosh,
appreciate you
yes.
sharing your story, and we are rooting for you and your son to have a successful school year.
Thank you all for having me, and I appreciate being on, and I appreciate the support and you all doing your work, everything that you all have done, up to this point, and continue to fight for us as parents. So I appreciate that.
Yes,
Oh,
you're welcome.
absolutely. You're so welcome.
Alrighty.
Thank you. Have a good
Thank you. You all
evening.
have a great evening.
You
Bye bye.
too.
Wow, that was amazing.
Yes,
Absolutely
she is
amazing.
amazing. She got more to say, and she into the mental health, but we couldn't get it all
I
in.
would. I want
Yes,
Lamitri on again. We got to get to that segment next.
yes.
But yes. Oh, that was amazing. But moving forward, I was going to say, sorry, Lisa. I'm like getting ahead of you. I apologize.
It's okay. I know you're ready.
I'm
No.
so ready.
But we have an amazing school choice story to share. Parent advocate Felicia Gardner is proud of her daughter's new school, and we're going to read her story to you right now. Samoy is going to read it for us.
Okay, this is absolutely beautiful. Her story reads: My name is Felicia Gardner, and my daughter Felancia Barge
Mm.
attends Northside Community School, and we absolutely love it. From the beginning, the school has made us feel welcome and supported. One of the things I appreciate most is how communicative and organized the director and staff are. Whether it's through emails, phone calls, or text messages, they always make sure parents are informed and up to date. That level of communication really shows how much they care about keeping families connected to what's happening at school. I also love the little things that make a big difference for the students. For example, each classroom has its own bathroom, which makes it more comfortable and convenient for the children. The school meals are also outstanding. They actually serve things like French toast, scrambled eggs, and pancakes. Wow, I want to get some breakfast from there. I never had that kind of food when I was in school, and it makes me happy to know my daughter is eating well. Another thing I notice is how well they care for the kids. The staff makes sure the students are not just learning in one place, but also get experiences moving between campuses to get the most out of their education. It's clear that Northside Community School is committed to making sure the kids get everything they need to succeed, both academically and personally. Overall, I can honestly say we love Northside Community School. The care, attention, and effort they put into making sure the students are thriving really stands out. I feel confident that my daughter is in a safe, nurturing, and high quality learning environment. Wow, that
Yeah.
is absolutely amazing.
Thank you for reading her story, Samoy.
Yes, absolutely.
Felicia, we're so glad to hear you and your daughter are loving her new school. It's great to know that the school year is off to a positive start. Thank you for
Mhm.
sharing your story. Samoy, stories like this highlights how important school choice is for families.
Yes, it does. It really
Yeah.
does. It just makes it just so much better, and just it really makes a huge difference.
Yes, let us choose, what's best for our
Exactly.
children's educational upbringing. You
Absolutely,
know,
without a doubt. Like
not one size, like no,
no one
everybody
size.
learns differently.
They all learn different. So, it's just important to make sure that those options, those educational options are available.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, well, before we wrap up today's show, we would like to share a video highlighting the K-12 school choice options available in the St. Louis region. We
Wow.
hope it gives you helpful information and a clear understanding of the educational options your family have.
Love it.
We're
I
gonna
think
play
they're
the
going to
video,
show it.
someone.
No, I think they're going to show it here in just a second.
Okay.
We'll give them a few seconds.
Okay.
If not, we will definitely have to show everyone that video on the next Facebook Live for sure.
Awesome. When you was reading that article, you made me think about the new blog that we posted.
Yes. Yeah, and that's why we need to definitely stay tuned for our October Facebook, excuse me, not Facebook Live, but CEAM Live. We'll definitely show that. Well, as you know, sometimes live things do happen, and there
Okay.
are a few technical difficulties, but we will make sure to show everyone that video in our October CEAM Live. So please stay tuned.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I hope this live has truly inspired you who's watching to join the SEAM team and advocate for Missouri children to receive the quality education they deserve. Together, we can amplify our voices, take action, and create better educational opportunities for all children. SEAM team, let's keep spreading the word and making a difference together.
Absolutely. I always get sad at this end of the day, the end of the evening when we're about to wrap it up. Like, I need my violin. I'm going to have a violin next time, and I'm going to try to play some music. But I'm so glad we were able to get on. It was such an amazing night. Just great information, awesome resources. I couldn't have done it with anyone else, Lisa.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a wrap. Thank you all for joining us online, or if you're watching this in the future online. Don't
Yes.
forget to check out our websites, seamteam.org and showmeschooloptions.org. Please like us, follow us, and share the videos on all four of our social media platforms, which are Children's Education Alliance of Missouri on Facebook and LinkedIn, the CEAM team on Instagram, and at CEAM team on X. Make sure you follow some of the links in the comment section and get involved. Thank you all, and good night.
Good night, everyone.